In the heart of Africa, where golden grasslands stretch to the horizon and herds roam free, one lion ruled like no other. A warrior, a legend, and a king with a scar that told the story of every battle he fought. This is the story of Scarface, the most famous lion to ever walk the plains of the Maasai Mara. Scarface was born in 2008, deep in Kenya's Maasai Mara National Reserve. He was part of the Marsh Pride, one of the most powerful prides ever documented by wildlife experts. He grew up alongside three brothers, Sikio, Morio, and Hunter. Together, they would one day become the unstoppable Four Musketeers. As cubs, they watched their mothers hunt, learned to roar, and survived the unforgiving wild, a place where only the strongest make it to adulthood. At around 3 years old, Scarface and his brothers were driven out of their pride by older males, a natural step for all young lions. Homeless, hungry, and inexperienced, they roamed the savannah together, hunting small prey and fighting off rivals. But in exile, their bond grew stronger. They hunted, fought, and survived as one. These four brothers would soon rise again, not as outcasts, but as kings. By 2012, the brothers launched their first attack on a ruling pride. Working together with flawless coordination, they defeated the dominant males of the Marsh Pride, reclaiming their birthright. But victory came at a price. During one brutal fight, Scarface was struck across the right eye. The wound never fully healed, leaving behind the mark that would make him famous. From that day, the world would know him as Scarface, the lion with a story written on his face. Now dominant, Scarface and his brothers ruled vast lands, from the Mara Triangle to the Paradise Plains. Their empire stretched over 400 square kilometers, home to multiple prides and countless cubs. Scarface became the face of power, his mane dark and full, his eyes fierce yet wise. He ruled not through chaos, but through presence. Most rivals fled before the fight even began. He and his brothers shared everything: food, females, and the responsibility of protection. Together, they were a symbol of brotherhood, discipline, and respect in the wild. Life as a king was never peaceful. Scarface faced rival coalitions, hyena clans, and even the slow killer, time. His scars multiplied, his limp deepened, but his will never broke. Even as younger males challenged him, he held his ground, roaring across the plains like thunder. To the lions of Mara, he was more than a rival. He was the legend to defeat. As his fame grew, photographers and filmmakers from around the world came to the Mara to capture a glimpse of him. Every frame of Scarface told a story of courage, pain, and survival. He became the most photographed lion in the world, appearing in documentaries, magazines, and conservation campaigns. To millions, he symbolized the spirit of Africa, wild, untamed, and free. By 2020, Scarface was aging. His mane had turned gray, his pace slower, and his territory smaller. His brothers began to die one by one, and Scarface was often seen alone, resting beneath the acacia trees. He no longer needed to fight. He had already written his story in the dust and blood of the savannah. On June 11, 2021, Scarface took his final breath under a tree in his homeland. No wounds, no hunters, just peace. He died the way every lion should, free in his kingdom. Scarface lived for 13 years, a long life for a wild male lion. He fathered dozens of cubs, passed down powerful genes, and inspired millions to care about wildlife conservation. Even after death, his spirit roams the Mara, in the roar of the wind, in the golden glow of sunset, and in the eyes of every lion cub that takes its first breath. Scarface was not just a lion. He was a symbol of strength, loyalty, and survival. The scar on his face told the world that true kings aren't defined by their crown, but by the battles they survive. Long live the memory of Scarface, the king of the Maasai Mara.